Hey guys, today in Art Club with Miss Burford we'll be learning how to do this oil pastel blending feather technique. You'll need oil pastels in a variety of colours, a sheet of textured paper, baby oil, cotton buds and a Sharpie in a dark colour, so like a brown, a black or a dark blue. To start with, we're going to use our Sharpie pen to plan where we want our feathers. So this is the main part of the feather. So I did a large one in the middle and I did one hanging off the top of the paper and one in the bottom right corner. And then think about what colour you would like your feathers to be. So this first one I kept as pinks and purples. You could do one solid colour if you'd like, or go from a dark to a light colour. Or you could even do the rainbow, it's completely up to you. It's a great way to experiment. So like I said, I did pinks and purples on this one, which I think worked out okay. And then later on I went from yellows to greens, I did a blue one. But honestly, choose what you'd like to do. You could even do black to white and then you get that lovely transition of grey in the middle and it looks like a proper feather. Add a circle of each colour that you want to use up the stem of your feather. If you notice, I did the larger circles in the middle, and as I got to the top, my circle or my oval even went a bit smaller, because when you look at a feather, it narrows off at the top. Now we can start to blend our feather out. So using your baby oil, pour it into a little pot, and then using a cotton bud, you're just going to get a little bit of oil on the bottom of your cotton bud and use it to drag from the centre of the feather out to the edge. You just need to do quick, sharp strokes, so from the inside where your Sharpie line is to the outside, and try and follow the curve of your feather. On this first feather I used a little bit too much baby oil, so the edges didn't come out as well as I hoped. The less baby oil you use, the more feather-like the edges are. So you'll notice on the others I use less baby oil. I literally dip it in the baby oil at the beginning and go down a whole side without dipping it back in. On the second feather, I started from the red and went up to the yellow. You'll notice that I used a lot less baby oil on this one. I literally dipped my cotton bud twice on the one side and I think once on the other side. But I added a little point at the end of this feather as well, because no feathers are the same. And you'll notice this one blended better. I think that was my oil pastel colour choice. I don't think the pinks blended as well, but also it may be because of my baby oil. I used a lot less. But I personally think that this feather came out a lot better than my first one, and this is why we're practicing this technique. Learn what works and what doesn't. So I learnt straight away that less baby oil was a lot better, and I really like the colour transition from the red to the yellow. I then repeated this on my other feather at the top, which was just blue, just a blue dot that I did, but because of the cotton bud that I had, it had a little bit of red left on it. It blended out to this lovely purple colour, so the red and blue really blended out to make purple, so this is a good colour mix in lesson 2. I then thought that my picture was still a little bit empty, so we went for some more feathers. You can do as many or as little as you like, it's just good practice for this technique. And this is a great example of practice makes perfect, because as I was going along and doing more feathers, I felt like my feathers were looking better and better. So in hindsight, next time I'm going to start on a small feather and work up to the biggest feather on my page. And once you're finished, you can just leave this to dry. It won't take too long to dry. And you have finished your lovely feather picture. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more art lessons like this every week and other art related content every now and then. See you next week for more Art Club with Miss Burford.